Hey, Bayek, it's me, and in today's video, I'm looking at Possessor from 2022. Now, this is a sci-fi psychological horror film. Wow, it's certainly a very interesting film. Now, it's 104 minutes long. Rotten Tomatoes give it 94%, and I think that is very much in agreement with the general consensus on this film. It's very much enjoyed and liked by the critics. In fact, I've not seen really any bad reviews. Now, it's written and directed by, yes, Brandon Cronenberg, the son of David Cronenberg, and he's got three major films that he has directed. Antiviral 2012, and there's this, and then of course there's my film of the year so far, which is Infinity Pool of 2023. That's what got me interested to try and see some of his earlier work, and this one, as I say, I thought, well, yeah, this looks really good, so I've gone into it. Yes. Well, now the cast is headed by Andrea Riseborough. She plays Tasha Voss. Film credits for her. She's got quite a career of films. Made in Dagon 2010. That's a comedy. It's Brighton Rock remake in 2010. But she's also in Birdman, which was a very successful, well-acclaimed film starring Michael Keaton. That's from 2014. She was also in the brilliant Nicolas Cage film, Mandy. That's in 2018. I love Mandy. Mandy, what a film that is. And also, she was also in Matilda the Musical 2022. And lots of TV credits. This is loads of TV credits. Then next in the cast, we've got Christopher Abbott playing Colin Tate. Another great performance as well. It's very important to the film, those two characters. He was in film, a drama, The Sleepwalker, 2014. And then a film called It Comes at Night, from 2017. That's a horror film. And also he's in The Forgiven in 2021. Again, more TV kind of things. Also, TV and theatre. Yeah, brilliant. Then we've got a very interesting actress, Jennifer Jason Leigh. Yes, she plays Gerda. I mean, what a career Jennifer Jason Leigh's got. I just mentioned a few of her films because we'd be here till Christmas if we go through them all. But she's in Eyes of a Stranger, 1981, which was a slasher. She was in the critically acclaimed The Hitcher, which everybody's waiting to come out on 4K. That's from 1986, and it's been restored, that film. Anyhow, I'm going off there, but there she was in The Itcher. She was in Last Exit to Brooklyn, 1989. Again, a very much acclaimed film, that one. Backdraft, you may have heard of that one, 1991. And this one I think you may well have heard of, Single White Female, 1992. She was in a Cronenberg film of David Cronenberg, Existence, I think that's how you pronounce it, 1999, which is a very interesting film as well. And a Tarantino film. Yes, she was in The Hateful Eight, 2015. Brilliant. Then we've got here, I saw it, here he is, Sean Bean. playing John Pass, and then he went, Yorkshire! Yes, I went like that, and you're going to drink your Yorkshire tea, I'll tell you. Anyhow, that's me going mad. Yes, is you. The Homeland, you got to see the actors from Homeland. Anyhow, Sean Bean, massive amount of films he's been in, as well as lots of TV films. It's interesting, he was in things like Patriot Games going back 1992. He's in James Bond film GoldenEye 1995. He was in all three Lord of the Rings films, 2001, 2002, 2003. I think he played Boromir. He's in a very good film, which I really like, with Jodie Foster, Flight Plan, 2005. He was also in The Martian, 2015, which is a Ridley Scott film. Excellent. But, in TV terms, he's known for all sorts. I think particularly Sharp, which was on ITV. And, Game of Thrones, I think he's in the first season of that. I've never seen Game of Thrones, but yeah. But it's Sean Bean. You gotta love him. Anyhow, he's in this. And a very important role in this film as well. Then we've got Rossif Sutherland playing Michael Voss. Yes. He is, in fact, which I didn't know, the son of Donald Sutherland. Yeah, the Sutherland family. Yeah, in acting. Like Keitha, his half brother. Yeah. Now, films that he was in: Dead Before Dawn, which is a comedy horror from 2012, and he was in this in more recent times. Orphan First Kill from 2022. Remember that series? Yes. Then we've got, I love this name, Tuppence Middleton. She plays Ava Pass. And she was in the Imitation Game, 2014. She was in Fisherman's Friends, from 2019. And now, I've never seen this series. It's extremely popular, but she was in the films Downton Abbey 2019 and Downton Abbey, A New Era 2022. There you are. Yes. Now, let me just talk a little bit about principal photography for this film was in April 2019 and went through to May, I think May the 14th actually. It ended in 2019. Now, it wasn't released until in the US, October the 2nd, 2020, and in the UK, November the 27th, 2020. The pandemic, of course. Yeah, this obviously delayed the film, and it was one of those films that I think got a limited run in the cinema, and everybody was wanting to get films into the cinema in that sort of period after, the shutdowns and the lockdowns. That's it, lockdowns. Though I think one came back again, as I remember. I'm going back now, it seems, but it wasn't that long ago. But yeah, I think there were 2 lockdowns, weren't there? There were one near Christmas, yeah. And if that was released on 27th, it must have been when we nearly went back into the second lockdown. Anyhow, there we are. Now, this is the one that I've seen is the uncut version, which was released on Blu-ray, but certainly in America there was a censorship problem, and this all comes down to an erect penis, basically. There's some sex scenes. It's quite clear. in this country, our censorship rules have certainly relaxed a lot, and you get this mainstream cinema, and now, of course, you even get it on here in a normal release. At one time, you would certainly never ever have got that. It would be interesting if they show this on TV, if they would cut it. Um, Very interesting. Anyhow, that's the one, me going off. You're going to say, hey, Bayek, what's this film about, lad? You're going on a bit. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what it's about. Now, Tasha Voss is an elite corporate assassin. Yes, that sounds good, doesn't it? And what she does is she takes control of other people's bodies and minds effectively by her influence using this brain implant technology. They have a system basically where they grab the person who is somebody usually near the target who perhaps works or is related to them so that they can then get close to them and carry out the assassination. And it works through these implants, and they're all high profile targets. This is a way that corporations now in this it is like an alternative kind of place, really. It's us, but it isn't. Things are a bit different, in this world. The world is definitely a alternative world, but it's got this modern technology as well as a lot of retro things. It's very interesting the way his vision has done that. Anyhow, it's like they're assassins, and it's really interesting because it starts to examine both how she is as this assassin doing these jobs, how it affects her and how it is changing her, and then what happens when somebody who's been taken over kind of fights back. And it's just a fascinating thing. I mean, really, it's a satire in many ways on sort of the way we look at society, surveillance, corporate management, the power of the corporations. We often hear about that, and paranoia, and of course, power. Everybody wants a bit of power, don't they? Yeah, they all love the bit of power. As I say, this alternative future is a fascinating way he's done it. When I say alternative, there are things like the cars are all sort of this retro thing. There's uniform, the way, just the way it is, like the colours, and but it's brilliant. It's the way he's directed it which adds that. But of course, you're saying, hey, that doesn't sound very horrific. Well, it's Brandon Brandon Cronenberg, and of course there is a lot of gore in this film. We see the first assassination right at the beginning of the film, and wow, that starts it off pretty quickly how gory it's going to be, and it gets very gory throughout. But what I think, this is also a film that you see it the first time. It kind of, some bits you kind of miss, maybe even lose, but the impact, I think, comes after you've seen the film. You're thinking about it, and you think, I better watch it again. It has that kind of impact. Now, I'm going to lay my cards on the table. I think this is a really great film. I still love Infinity Pool better. I think Infinity Pool is a more rounded film for me than this film. This film sometimes goes off in directions that it needs to be almost reined in. But it's part of that spiral, the psychological aspects of all this. Because increasingly she's being manipulated herself because she's becoming so deeply involved. She's almost like an actor in her roles, but that acting has kind of taken over her life, and they, for an efficient way of performing these assassinations, they want her to lose all sort of personal relations and contact in the the present what she's in, and we see that very much clearly in her relationship with her estranged husband and child. It's very interesting where we see those scenes. Anyway, I won't give too much away about that, but that's quite an important part of the film when it evolves. But it's got a lot in there, and it's a film that I certainly would happy to have in my collection and want to watch again, and I enjoyed it. It's just I'm so much in love with Infinity Pool that I rate it so much. But this is, I'm very happy to have this, and I'm glad I've it. And that's it. Yes. Just before I go, there it is. Some great extras, brilliant extras, and it is highly recommended. Really, there it is. Possessor. That's it. Yes. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and we'll let you know when I produce these videos. If you like this, please give it a like. It's all good for the channel, and it all costs note. And if you've got any comments, please put your comments. I love to read your comments. I really do. Yes. Bye, heck. Anyhow, all I gotta say is, I'll see thee again.